the icon, diva, the legend, Coleen Nolan.
So from the age of 2, I started singing with my family. There was 10 of us. We were doing all the clubs and going around, and then
No way.
yeah, and then from the age of 9, I did my first TV series with my family, which was the Cliff Richard Show. And I said to her, "Oh, you know, how you feeling?" She went, "Yeah, fine." I said, "You nervous?" She went, "No." And I thought, "Oh, I hope you trip down the stairs." We were Rihanna's first show with Umbrella.
Really? That's
Yeah.
wild. I didn't know that.
And I remember me and Jane looking at each other going, "Umbrella, Ella, Ella."
It's not a hit.
Jane's going, "Must have taken her hours to come up with that lyric."
Welcome back to another episode of Not My Bag. As you can probably see from the moustache on my face, we filmed this right the way back in November. I've been doing Movember. I think this thing needs to go on the top of my lip. Anyway, so I'm a massive fan of Loose Women. I love ITV, like daytime, grew up to it. And GK Barry has been on, but this is my first proper old school Loose Woman coming on the pod. Massive fan of her. Mum always used to sing, "I'm in the mood for dancing." Sing it, Lisa. She's not here. Come on, Saf. Loving the background vocals. So yeah, I'm really excited for today's pod, and I'm excited to introduce you to, drum roll please. It is the icon, diva, the legend, Coleen Nolan. Did you like that intro?
I love that intro. It was worth every penny.
I'm on Cameo. I'm not, I'm lying. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for taking some time off the farm to come down and see me.
Any excuse to have a break from the farm is worth doing. Yeah.
It is 2026. It is the new year. Mm-hmm. Have you got any resolutions? Do you make resolutions?
They're coming to get me.
It's the strippergram.
It's the other Loose Women. They didn't like your intro. Yes, I no. Well, I used to make resolutions all the time, you know, the way you do. And then I never stuck to them. So by the end of January, I used to feel like a complete failure. And so I thought, you know what? I'm not going to start off every year as a failure. I'm just going to not make resolutions.
I like that. Also, time of year is hard, right?
is.
It's long, it's dark.
Yeah.
I really don't like it.
No, I don't.
And so, yeah, I tend to not do it. But March is the best time to do it, to make resolutions.
That's my birthday month.
Is it?
Yeah.
Resolutions and birthday celebrations all round.
Yeah.
I love it. Speaking of, you are in your grandma era, aren't you, at the moment?
Yeah.
Do you like... Right, I need to ask you, because my nan won't let me call her grandma. It's nan. Are you nan, grandma, nanny?
Nanny.
Nanny?
Nanny.
Okay, I like nanny.
Because I think nanny's quite cute when you hear little kids say, "Nanny."
Yeah.
But grandma makes me feel like I should be here with knitting needles and grey hair and
Yeah.
baking cookies, of which I can't do.
Grandma's banned in our house.
Yeah, grandma. I don't know. I don't really like gran. I like nanny.
Nanny.
I'm nanny. Yeah.
Are you enjoying your
and
nanny era?
if they grow up to be anything like my kids, I'll just be Cole. My kids call me Cole unless they want something, and then they call me Mum.
I love that. Do they?
Yeah, they go, "All right, Cole," and I go, "Yeah, I'm fine, thanks." But if they want something, they go, "Mum," and I think, "Oh no."
Oh no.
So, yeah.
I call my mum Lise. She's like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you want?" That is so funny. So right, TikTok knows you's a bit of a hun. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen like so many clips of you being a hun, but for those that don't, like, would not have known, you're obviously in Loose Women, but before that, you were in the Nolans.
Yeah.
And that is where you started out, right?
Yeah.
And you were singing with your family. My question to you is, what was it like working with your family for so many years? Because I come from that background of working with mine, and it was
Hard.
it's hard, isn't it?
Well, it's hard, but it's good.
Yeah.
You can fall out with your family, can't you? You can have a row with your family, and then 2 minutes later it's forgotten about because your family.
Yeah.
So I actually think it's easier.
Do you?
Yeah, because you love each other ultimately. Well, I don't know about you. I don't know your family. You might not be speaking to them unless it's really awkward. But no, but so from the age of 2, I started singing with my family. There was 10 of us.
Did you?
Yeah, so my mum and dad sang. My 2 brothers were in the act, and then it was 6 girls. I was the baby. So from the age of 2, we were doing all the clubs and going round, and then
No way.
yeah, and then from the age of 9, I did my first TV series with my family, which was the Cliff Richard Show, the whole series.
Oh wow.
And we did the Mike Yarwood series, people you probably haven't heard of. But anyway, so it was always that. And then obviously it just became the girls then, the sisters. And then we started having hit records and all over Japan and here. And so, yeah, it's kind of, it's what I grew up doing. I didn't really know any different. You know, it was just from the age of 2, you just think, oh, this must be what all families too.
Yeah. So you've always been in front of the camera? Like never really known any different than that? Obviously singing, but like you've always been in front of the camera as well from like a young age?
Yeah, but I think that's why, you know, a lot of people go to me, oh, what's it like being a celebrity? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, because I've never had, you know, when a lot of kids grow up with an ambition, or when I get older, I want to be in television, or I want to be a pop star or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it from the age of 2, it's just something it's just always been a part of my life. I didn't go through that ambition kind of stage.
Yeah.
So I don't feel any different.
That's so mental to think about, because I was at school thinking, what am I going to do? I did an estate agency apprenticeship.
I mean, I hardly went to school. Thank God I'm on television. Couldn't do anything where I needed a break.
What do you think of like nowadays kids are going to school and saying, I want to be an influencer, and like I want to, you know, the realm has changed so much as well, hasn't it?
It has changed, and you know, it's great and there's more opportunities, but it does worry me slightly. It worries me slightly because, well, you probably know yourself as well. It's I don't know what to say without sounding like a nanny or a grandma, even.
No, we like some wise words.
No, it's just that because I kind of grew up in it, and I've seen all the ups and downs, and I've seen, you know, 1 minute you're up here and the next minute you're down there.
Yeah.
And I'm very lucky that I was with my family, so I was really quite protected. But you see these people that come out of like, you know, Love Island or Celebrity Big Brother, and they're like flavour of the 2 years.
Yeah.
And then it's stripped away and it's hard. And now with social media, it's cruel. And then, you know, when people go, well, you know, mental health is off the scale now, I think, well, it's not really surprising, is it?
Yeah.
And also, you know, I love social, you know, TikToks and memes, or as no one laughs more than me at some of these things.
Yeah.
But then when they become famous, it's kind of like they're expected to be, you know, they become famous because they've done something really funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, but
and then where's the longevity in that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also the skill set, I think, as well, because I tell people, like, I didn't have any hosting experience before doing this pod, and I look back up. Well, I have not watched my first one back, but I can assure you, I bet it's I should.
You should.
I bet it's really bad. Someone actually came up to me in New York and said, "I watched your podcast with Andrew and Tasha," and I was like, "How was it?
How was it?
Was it okay?"
Never ask that question.
I know I shouldn't.
How was it? And please lie.
But it's hard. You're like learning on the job as you go as well, which is so different. Because I mean, I grew up watching, you know, like presenters who have obviously trained and done a lot of work in that, and it's a different landscape.
Yeah,
now.
but then equally, I like the fact that like yourself and like GK and all that, you know, they've come along and you're great and GK's great and all of that, and it is from just being yourself, and I think that's quite a skill.
Yeah,
to just be you.
Thank you. We love a bit of GK, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of loose women,
why did you say that after GK?
She's on.
You're a loose woman.
I mean, you tell me.
Metaphorically, or
you tell me, honey. She's a daytime TV queen, obviously, and panelist on Loose Women, and co-presented this morning as well,
years ago,
which is amazing. How did you find that you know, co-presenting on This Morning? It's such a big show.
It is a big show, and also it was so long.
Yeah.
You know, Loose Women, you go on, it's an hour. I just talk rubbish for an hour myself, or I sit, listen to the others. But that was like a proper job. I had to be really professional and know what I was doing, and I just winged it. But no, it was good. It was a really, really good experience at the time.
Yeah.
It's actually, I think, when I left Loose Women for a couple of years. So
I actually wanted to ask you about that, because that is a viral TikTok and one of my favorite. You must have seen it, right? Have you seen it?
I think so.
And it's you singing, and it's like nothing is more iconic that you were leaving, and then you came back 2 years later.
2 years later, yeah.
Did you expect to return to the show when you left?
No, not really. And you know what? You know, the reason I left was mainly because I'd been doing it a long time, but I was starting to fall out of love with it a bit.
Okay.
Like all of a sudden it started to feel like, oh, I'm going to, you know what I mean? And I thought, I don't ever want to get to that. So it was more like I left. It wasn't like I'm just going to take a break. It was, I genuinely thought I'm going to leave.
Right, okay. It's one of those jobs, I think you need to love it.
Yeah.
And people will.
And then I left and I
that.
did other things, and I did This Morning, and I did the first Big Brother in that period as well.
Yes, you were on
when
Big
I
Brother.
left Celebrity Big Brother. So, you know, I got to do a few other things, and then the whole regime changed then back at Loose Women, and they were like, would you like to come back? And I was like, yeah, I really missed it. And I went back just feeling refreshed. And since then, genuinely, I've loved it. I've never gone through that stage again.
Oh, amazing.
But it was quite scary. It was a scary decision to make at the time.
Fear of the unknown as well, I guess.
Yeah, but then life's too short to be somewhere where you're not really happy. So it's like, take the chance.
Yeah.
You know?
I think in that TikTok as well, what people really resonated with and what I've like found, obviously the humor in that moment was that all of us have left situations and then gone, actually, I'm going to go back to that.
Do you know what? I miss it. Yeah.
And left jobs.
It's hilarious.
And,
but you know what? When it was the last show, oh my God, I cried all day.
It was an emotional clip as well. Like you could see the emotion.
I did love, everyone there really, apart from the ones you don't see. But, I looked at the cameraman who was my cameraman on camera too. I'd always been on camera. And he was crying and that set me off. And then it was really emotional day. But yeah, and genuinely, I never thought I'd be back. I didn't know if I'd be back. I thought they might not have me back if I decided to leave, but luckily they did.
And the debates on Loose Women are one thing that everyone loves to watch.
Yeah.
And they get quite heated on the show. How is navigating that? Specifically, like, you must be all quite close when you're on the panel. Is there any like tension backstage afterwards? Do you just immediately just come off and you're like, right, that was the show and that's us? Well, because I think I'd find it hard with
No, I think if you read the magazine headlines, it sounds like we all hate each other off the show, and it went, we don't speak to each other.
Yeah.
But when you've known the women as long as we've all known each other, no, I mean that's what the show's about. There's no point in us all being on there for an hour every day and agreeing on everything. It's boring.
Yeah.
And we're all very different. Janet, for instance, Janet Street-Port. She's one of my best friends, really. But we are so different, me and Janet. And that's what makes the show work. Because we're also close enough to go, I don't agree with you, but we do have some rise. It was more difficult when it was kind of newish people initially coming in where you don't know them that well.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're kind of like, I hope they didn't think I'm that angry that this is going to carry on,
Yeah, I get you.
But equally, I've gone home and thought, don't agree with it.
But that's okay as well.
Yeah.
It's part of life, isn't it? How did you feel? Because as we spoke about at the start, there's obviously newer people in the industry coming up, and GK was, I think, the youngest, right, ever panelist of Loose Women. What was that like then, welcoming her into the family and working with her? Because that must be so strange to, the panel's ever evolving and the show's ever evolving.
Yeah, but it's great, and that's what I love about Loose Women, because you've got every single generation there, from GK up to Gloria Hunniford, And I think that's good. I think that's what makes it interesting. It's good to have fresh eyes coming in, fresh ideas, and also learning stuff from her.
Yeah.
We say things or she says things, especially if it's about social media.
Yeah.
And we're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You've been TikToking?
Yeah. And so no, it's really, and she's great,
Yeah, she is.
We love her. She's brilliant.
And also, it's been nice to see another side of her on the show as well, because she
was really nervous when she first came on. I remember her. She was nervous.
The first time I did Lorraine, I was absolutely just like terrified.
And it's live.
Do you know what it is? Is that my mum always says it's like fear of the unknown, because you just don't know what to expect. And that's one thing that sets me off. But the other thing was, which I shouldn't have done, was that, you can see the monitor and you can see yourself. Obviously, I've grown up to watching ITV Daytime was my whole childhood.
And I didn't go to school either.
I used to bunk off a lot. And and I remember I looked over and then this whole wave just hit me. I'm like, I'm actually on this right now, and like people are watching. But then I got over that quite quickly, but it's really daunting. And Loose Women is obviously way longer than that. Debating topics, having, I guess there's pressure as well to represent, like, for GK, like the age group as well, to go on there and say, actually, this is why we should be in situations like that.
Yeah.
So I can imagine it's a nerve-wracking thing to do.
Well, I think this is my 26th or 25th year. That's my 25th year, I think. And I still get nervous before every single show.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly because I've not listened in the meeting. I'm walking on thinking, no idea what to talk about. Especially if it's politics, I just zone out.
Oh, it's hard.
I let Janet and Mariella do that. I'm like, there were so many times they've been talking about politics, and halfway through what they're saying, I think, I hope they don't come to me now because I've completely not been listening. I've been thinking, God, did I feed the ducks before? Honestly, I zone out. But I love that. And what I love about loose women is I can say that.
Yeah.
My problem I have with live telly is I forget there are people watching. And the amount of times I've got myself into trouble because then I go, oh, God, there's people watching.
That's good, though, that you're so comfortable.
Well, it is until I read about it. And they've misinterpreted everything. And I just, But I still do. I just can only be me, really.
And nerves are good because it means you care.
Well,
and if you weren't nervous,
there's been a few times when we've had, I won't say their names and they're not there anymore, but I remember there's one girl that came on and I said to her, oh, how you feeling? She went, yeah, fine. I said, you nervous? She went, no. And I thought, oh, I hope you trip down the stair. That's awful, isn't it? I don't know. I just thought it's a bit cocky, love. That's a bit cocky. I want you to trip. or just fall off your stool or something.
I am the same as you. I don't like it when people do that. I know.
Why aren't you nervous? You're about to go on live telly.
Yeah. I know. No, I get it. That is. Oh my God. Well, that brings me to the next bit. Obviously we love a bit of salacious like gossip on this podcast and stuff. Has anyone ever walked out? Has there ever been any debates where people have, stormed out? I mean, I'm sure we've seen most of the most iconic moments anyway.
Not the ones I've been on. Back in the day, we used to do a live. We used to be live like Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. And I think we did pre-records for Wednesday, Friday. Don't know why.
Okay.
And we had some moments on the pre-records like with guests or turning up and being a bit diva-ish or making us wait for 2 hours.
Oh, really?
And of course, me being me, I'm like, can't we just say they're not coming on?
Yeah.
Well, they've made us wait, so I'm not doing it.
There's nothing worse than people making you wait and disregard for time. It's actually one of my biggest pet peeves
stand it.
in this job and in life.
It's unprofessional and it's rude.
Yeah.
I hate it. And I don't think, I hate people that think they're big enough to do that. No, you're not.
And to turn up and also when they don't apologise again, that really just gets me.
But I mean, we've been very lucky. And actually, the bigger the star, normally the nicer they are and the more professional.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's certain people I've thought,
Well,
and when I know it's my last days on earth, I'm going to tell you all.
And I can't wait to listen to. You can come back on the pod.
I'll come back when I'm told by this time next week you'll no longer be here. I'm coming back here and I'm going to list everyone.
Please, I will join you. That'll be a pod and a half, wouldn't it? So I love the Loose Women debate topics that you do, and they really make me giggle. I found a list, and you've been in all of these debate topics. So I wanted to go through with them and just top line our opinions right now, because I love these.
Look at him. He comes across as so nice. Like, you want to tell him everything because you think, oh, he's just lovely, isn't he? And actually, underneath that smile, you're vile. You're vile. Come on.
Do you know what? We've got to make a buck, Coleen.
Just so you know, you're there when it's my time to go. You're on my list. Go on.
Is your dishwasher ruining your relationship?
My dishwasher?
That was a debate topic. I'm assuming what they mean is like the arguments that people have
about if you filled it right. Or
yeah. Have you?
Or is it because you're sitting on the dishwasher?
I have never done that.
I haven't. I've never found a dishwasher that tough. Bloody break it. Go on.
The dishwasher is ruining my relationship. I'm cosplaying being on the panel right now with you. And it does, because I get scared of loading the dishwasher. I know it sounds like a silly thing to say. Hear me out.
Okay.
So I've grown up in a household where my dad was the only one that was allowed to load the dishwasher, which is just sounds ludicrous, right? So when I have now grown up and moved in with Kane, I don't know how to do it, and I've tried, and I just feel like there's some intricacies and
don't know how to load a dishwasher.
And so Kane basically does that. Yeah, it's one of his jobs.
But I think that's just a childhood fear from your dad going, don't touch the
trauma.
Dishwasher. Yeah, it's trauma. It's childhood trauma. One I've never heard of, and you're the only person that's ever suffered from it. But I'm trying to dig you out of a really big hole here. You saying, I'm scared of filling a dishwasher.
Oh, it's a trauma. Well,
no, I've never found that. No, what I hate is when you've got a dishwasher and the family, whether it's husband or kids or whatever, come in and put the dish in the sink next to the dishwasher. That drives me
I
mad.
do that as well.
Because I literally go,
And I'm like, it's there.
just put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that. Yeah, that's just an excuse.
Well, we'll move on to the next one.
No, we won't. We'll carry on.
I feel like we're debating too much. Would you give birth in your garden? Was another debate topic.
Why would I want to give birth in my garden?
I mean,
Where
I
have
would.
you found that? I don't remember talking about giving birth in my garden.
We've got this. This was an actual debate topic. Would you give birth in your garden? So there's that. Look, if we had a surrogate, I'd probably say avoid the garden. I'd say let's not do the garden. I feel like it's better places, maybe in a house, in a hospital.
In a shed.
In a
would be
shed.
better.
Covered.
And also in this country, what if you have it in the middle of November?
Exactly that. I'm pretty sure even baby Jesus came out under a barn, didn't
In
he?
a stable.
Yeah. So
That's a stupid... God, we talked about some crap, didn't we?
I've got more. I love this one. Why are we all so tired?
Well, that is a question.
And it is a question.
Why are we all so tired? We could still do that debate now.
I think it's just British culture that just makes us exhausted. Every time I go I mean, it is on holiday, but anywhere else I go, it's much better vibe than here.
Yeah, but do you think that's because you can't really tell when you're on holiday because everything seems better. It's like every place you go to seems safer than here, but it's not.
I know, yeah.
But when you don't know it and you're just there in your hotel or your villa or whatever, and it's like, oh, this is lovely. But also I think the weather is a massive influence on our feeling drained, feeling tired. When you're abroad, when you think they're out most of the day and night because it's lovely weather and just a different way of life, isn't it?
It's sad, isn't it? Because I watched it on this morning the other day. They talk about it, the seasonal.
I tell you who, Denise Welch suffers from that really bad.
Does she?
Yeah, really bad.
It's tough though.
Yeah.
It really is. And when the clocks go back.
And I think that's what makes you tired, by here. Like now, by, 4:30 or whatever, it's dark.
By the time we leave here, it's be pitch black.
Pitch black. And then you just think, oh, do I go to bed? And you think, it's only 5 o'clock.
Bottle of red wine and go bed. Do you know what I mean?
And then it's not daylight until it's 7:30 the next day. So I think a lot of it is to do with the weather probably over here that just makes you feel tired.
That is why we're tired. That is why we're tired. I like this one. Love a step pet as if it were your own. So I'm assuming that's...
You're making these up.
I promise you. It actually said at the top, in brackets, Coleen was in all of these I've checked from Saf, the producer. So loving a step pet... We've got more, by the way. I'm going to go through them all because I'm loving these. Love a step pet as if it were your own. I'd find that hard. I'd still love it.
Well, I love all pets. I do remember, actually, I had to look after my sister's dog, and it was her, because it was Linda, actually, and she never had children. So this dog that I bought her became her child.
Right.
And as much as I love pets, they're not my children. As in, I don't treat them like my children.
Thank you for that,
But she
Coleen.
did.
Yeah.
So I was looking after it one weekend. So she turned up with the dog, Hudson, he was called. And there was this whole list. And I had to learn a song to sing it. And then I had to make a picnic up every night, because when he went to bed, they had a picnic. I'd say picnic, time for picnic. And this dog would shoot up the stairs. Anyway, 2 days in, I've got this dog in my arms. I have to sing it this song. Do you want me to sing it? I remember it.
Please.
He's my Hudson and I love him. He's a good, 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 good boy. He's my Hudson and I love him. He's his mummy's pride and joy. Every night. Anyway, by the third night, I'm halfway through the song and I thought, that night, he was in the utility room with my 2 dogs, with a little bloody treat. Night, bye.
Yeah.
No picnic for you. And also she went, and he doesn't like being on the floor. So like when you're in the kitchen, he's got to be up on the side, and all this. And he's got his little bed. Anyway, she came home, this dog's on the floor. And she went, how's he been? I went, well, he now realises he's a dog and he's loving life.
Oh.
Because he was a right anxious little thing.
Yeah.
Because he was being treated like him. But I was doing it.
That is so
Not
funny.
so
Mid-song.
responsible.
What the hell am I doing?
I looked down at this gorgeous little fluffy thing and thought, I didn't do this to my kids. They didn't get this much attention when they were babies.
That is exactly what Kane is like.
Anyway, so that'll be released next week.
Available on iTunes,
Available
Spotify
on
to
iTunes,
stream.
Honestly, I can change the name to any pet. Yeah.
Music video incoming. I love it. Coleen, this was an actual debate topic. Should we send Coleen to the moon? I'm
Well,
not.
a lot of people would say yes.
I think it could be quite fun, though.
Send me to the moon.
No, to go to the moon, not to send you specifically to the moon.
I thought you just said, should we send Coleen to the moon? And I thought, have they done that show without me? They done a survey. Because I was going to say a lot of people say yes, please. No, I'd hate to go to the moon.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd hate it. I'm bad enough on a flight to Tenerife.
Yeah.
Let alone, I don't get it.
Actually, I do get anxiety in a plane.
Oh, no, not for me, that. Because they did it, didn't they, with all women? I think that's why we were talking about it.
Yes.
And all the 7 women, or the 5.
Katy Perry went, didn't she?
Perry and all that. And I just thought, no, not for me.
I did think with that, Katy Perry was the one that got a lot of press about it, so she's the one I saw the most of. And she was up there and announced her set list for her tour.
Yeah.
And I just thought, if
Genius.
I was going to, if I'm going to space for the first
They
time,
only went up for 15 minutes.
I know, and she's working. She's on the clock. I just thought, babe, just wave, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but do you not think as well, what I found amazing is that had been 7 guys going to the moon,
Oh, I know.
they'd have had all the gear on.
Yeah,
like the proper suits and the helmets and all that. Or with the women, it was all about what they were wearing and what designer it was.
And
I'm
what
thinking,
hair was, yeah.
going to the moon? Are we, like, what is this? They're not going to Fashion Week. Well, maybe they are on the moon. I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean. She announced a tour, but then I thought, that is good PR.
It was good PR. I mean, take it as happening, you know what I mean?
The worst thing is if you did that and you came home and you still didn't sell any tickets. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it?
It would. So the next one is giving birth like baking bread? I would never, I don't know.
Giving birth like baking bread. I don't know. I don't get that one.
Next one, should we sing Taylor Swift in church?
If you want.
I don't
like
know
in church.
how that would work. The last one is hilarious, and I love, and it's Are Bunions Bringing You Down? I just must say, I was in bed once and Kane just looked down at my feet and was like, oh my God, like,
Have you got bunions?
you have bunions. And
Have you really?
I said, what do you mean? My mum always made sure I wore Clark shoes and,
Yeah.
you know, all
Every
of
mum
that
ever.
good bit of support on there. And he was like, no, you've got bunions. So then we got up a bunion chart to
God, what a
compare.
fantastic life you both have.
We've really aged
like this when
rapidly.
you first met?
It's so romantic.
Yeah, it's so romantic.
And so we saw, and yeah, I do. So then he was like, you're going to have surgery at some point. Anyway, it's been this whole ordeal. So I must say that, yes, they are bringing me down.
I bet they are. Do you know what? I'm very, very lucky. Touch wood. I've never, ever had them. But our old, well, she wasn't old, but she's no longer working for us now. She's got her own company, but she had bunions and she had to have the operation. And Karen McGiffins had the operation. She had really bad bunions.
Oh, at least I know
and
to
they
speak
are a
to if
big
I have
thing.
to do it.
Yeah.
It's the thought
I
of
think
it.
it would bring me down. If I had
Yeah.
them, but I haven't.
I'm 28. It's honestly, it's
Yeah, that's sad.
it's not fun. Who's been your favourite guest ever on Loose Women?
That is so. Do you know what? I always get asked that question. Not because I don't think you're original, but I'm not putting you down for that because it is an interesting question. However, in 25 years, it's really hard to pick
I bet.
a favourite. There's been so many. You know, I look back and think, wow. You know, I was sitting there one time interviewing Will Smith, and you know, Britney came on and was showing one of dance routines, and Rihanna. We were Rihanna's first show with Umbrella.
Really? That's
Yeah.
wild. I didn't know that.
And I remember at the time, because Joe McDonald was on the panel then, and I remember me and Jane looking at each other going, Umbrella, Ella. And Jane, you know, she's like,
It's not a hit.
Jane's going, must have taken her hours to come up with that lyric, you know. And here she is, like the biggest star in the world. Me still on Loose Women. Jane still on a cruise ship somewhere. It's like, oh, that's awkward. But yeah, all the big, you know, Goldie Hawn was a guest panelist. You know, Eva Longoria, just amazing. And then, so it's really hard to go. That was my favourite one.
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg is up there just because of how she was when she turned up. She turned up on her own, like no big entourage. Just got on with it. She was like a panelist for the day. turn up in the clothes she was wearing. Like,
Yeah.
I love it when they're like that.
Just real.
Yeah, but then when you get a lot of the, there's other people that turn up and they've got 50 people with them and a whole rider going on, you think, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the smaller team, the better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
rock up and get on with it.
Yeah.
I think so.
And, yeah, so we've had some amazing, there is embarrassing moments. My memory's so bad. And it's not an age thing because it always has been. Well, it's worse now. But somebody died. I can't remember who it was. And I went, oh, my God. I said, I'm so sad about them because it was the guy that was in, I think, Only Fools and Horses.
What?
He played he was married to, they had their own series as well afterwards.
I know because I've grown up, sis, and I know who you're thinking of.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I remember it. Honestly, I'm terrible with names.
So am
anyway,
I.
He died and I was like, oh my God. I said, I used to love him in that. What a great actor. I said, and apparently everyone that met him said he was the nicest person. And it was when we were doing Loose and we went on and did the show and they showed a clip of him on Loose and I was sitting next to him. I'd interviewed him. I'm going, everyone that met him said he was so lovely when they met him. And then they showed this clip and I thought, shit, I met him. I was sitting next to him. It was me. I thought he was a lovely guy. There's so many
You
times.
make yourself a third person.
Or people go to me, such and such has passed away. Did you ever work with them? I go, no, sadly. And then they go, Google it. And they go, no, you did. And I go, oh, Christ.
I love that you represent yourself. Everyone said he was amazing.
Everyone said he was lovely. I'd love to have met him.
Bucket list, that
Here's
would
a
have been.
clip for you. And I'm there like, so nice to meet you. Oh, God.
Oh, it happens. So it's been announced in the press that daytime TV with ITV is changing a lot next year. So Loose Women is now airing for 30 weeks a year instead of 52 and removal of the live studio audience as well. How are you feeling about it all? And what do you think about the future of British telly? That's a big open question.
I'm feeling really nervous because the audience is such a big part of our show. I love having the audience there. You know, you get all the feedback from the audience and the adrenaline from the audience. So that's going to be really weird for us. Oh, sorry, hiccuped. I'm also sad because of a lot of the crew we're losing. You know, people I've worked with for years and years and years since they were kids themselves, really. They've all got to find new jobs. So there's a sadness. I understand that it's a business and sometimes in business, hard decisions have to be made. And nowadays it is all about budgets. And TV is so different now. I mean, if you think of how many channels there are, the competition now.
Yeah.
God, I can't even count how many, you know, channels there are and streaming and so it's a different era now than it was 25 years ago. And when I was a kid there was 3 channels. That's how old I am. So like I go back to, you know, when I did the Cliff Richard series when I was 9, that went out on a Saturday night and there was 23 million every week watching that show because it was BBC One, 2 and you know ITV and so it's very, very different now, the competition and the advertising. Oh, I get it, but it doesn't make it easier when it's happening.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, you know, you get to a point where you go, oh, we've lost, you know, a lot of weeks there of work because we're not going to be on, we'll only be on during term time now. So all the holidays will be off, which on one hand you go, it's quite nice, time off.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you go, still got bills to pay. It's just a different vibe. I don't know. I think it'll be okay, but I'm going to miss a lot of people.
Yeah,
that were involved behind. It will still be live.
It will still be live.
It'll still be live, but there'll be no audience, and I don't know if we're having guests.
So what are you? It's such a change, isn't it? Because as you said, the adrenaline of the live audience.
I just feel like it'll be like a podcast.
Yeah,
really, but on telly.
Yeah. I think that's.
We kind of got a taste of it in lockdown.
Oh, okay.
Because when we went back, we weren't allowed an audience and we had to sit so many meters apart. And there was no audience then. And initially it felt really weird. But actually, by the end, you kind of got used to it a bit. But now, then the audience come back and you go, oh, no, it's brilliant with the audience.
Yeah.
So I really miss the audience. But more importantly, I miss the people behind the scenes who are genuinely as sickening as it sounds, like family.
Yeah.
And
you spend so much time with them as well.
And they work so hard. Yeah, and it's hard.
Yeah.
But thank God, it could have been worse. They could have said, by the way, we're not recommissioning it. See you later.
Yeah, that's what I mean. At least it's still here.
It's still
live
here,
and
it's
kicking.
still going, and I still think there's a place for it. And
For sure.
there are still people that watch normal telly, you know.
My mum says to me all the time. She says to me all the time, "What, terrestrial telly?" She reads TV mag. She's like, "What's on terrestrial telly?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I know a lot of my family still do, and there's definitely a generation that still does. Do the younger generation? Probably not.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of old people out there, guys. Let's not forget us.
It's mental as well, but I'm guilty of just watching shows via clips sometimes. I'll just catch up
But you're
with something.
ruining our careers, yeah? You're all right here, yeah? Your little studio. Don't worry about me.
I just sometimes, it's
liked
just quite quick to just, zoom, 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 but...
Some, yeah. That's what we are now, some.
You've had some great clips come out of Loose Women though, so,
Loose some, I'm going to call
Loose some.
Lose some.
That's the name of the podcast. So reality TV, you've won Celeb Big Brother, All Stars edition in 2017, and come runner-up in the 10th series 2012, which you mentioned earlier, in between things. Did you enjoy, which experience out of them did you prefer? Did you enjoy Big Brother as a whole? And was that your first experience on kind of reality TV in that way?
Well, I did Dancing on Ice.
You did Dance on Ice as well?
2009.
Yeah.
Um,
Tough one that as well, wasn't it?
Man, oh my God. Yeah, I loved everything about that show except the ice, which was the show. I had such a good time until they went, can you go on and stay? And I was like, no. But I did actually love it, but I just hate the ice. Anyway, I really loved the first Celebrity Big Brother I did because there was 13 of us and it was 3 weeks or just over 3 weeks.
Right, yeah.
It was in the summer and it was a beautiful summer.
Oh, no.
And I kept saying to them all, I feel like they've just paid us to stay in a villa for 3 weeks. It was lovely. And I was sleeping next to Martin Kemp. I mean, happy days. So that one I enjoyed, and on days I didn't enjoy it because they do make it hard. The thing with Big Brother is it's a mental game. It's not physical. It's mental, and they know what buttons to press. But even on the worst days in that one, you could go, only another week or only another 2 weeks or whatever. The second one, the one that I won, funnily enough, was really hard. It was 5 weeks, and it started off with 22 of us.
Oh my God, that's a long time.
They actually sold it to us and, well, to me. And then when I spoke to some of the other celebs, they said, no, it's just going to be fun, this one, because it's All Stars versus New Stars, and we want it all to be nice. And it was, even when I came out, they said, yeah, we went over the top.
Oh,
it was
really?
relentless, every day. There wasn't a task that was fun to win anything. It all ended with somebody just leaving through a back door, but you didn't know till the end.
Oh God.
And it was just really relentless, that one. And I remember when I won it, and and it's a great feeling, obviously. And I came out, and it's after 5 weeks, it's so mind blowing when you come out, and there's just so many people there.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I left my house for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Just the adjustment of
Just
back
the
into
adjustment
real
of
life?
coming back out, and it was just madness.
You know what? Because you've obviously had experience doing this job and meeting people and being in front of crowds, but you look at the contestants that go in and then experience that. I always think that is so intense to come out, be in front of everyone, and then go on to Late and Live and then sit there and be interviewed. I wouldn't be able to cope.
Yeah.
I'd have to be necking shots
And
of
you
whatever's
come
near
out,
me.
and a lot of the proper people that do it, normal people, they go out with 200 followers and they come out with 1.5 million.
Yeah.
And all these trolls and comments.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why the mental health's all over the place. You know what I mean? It's hard.
Yeah. It is.
But yeah, the second one was really hard. And I remember sitting there and they were going, if they said they'd give you £1 million now to stay another week, and we went round the room and everyone was like, oh, yeah. And I was the only one that went, no. I've got to get out. I have to get out of here. It was hard.
Yeah, it is a mental game.
And it was a long time. 5 weeks was a bit long, really.
It's a long time.
And a lot of people. And the funny thing is, they were on the boards where your faces are. Because remember Spidey, they were in there, Spencer and Heidi.
Oh, yeah.
And they had this thing going of where they rated everyone was, what they're going to win, they're going to come second. Anyway, they always had me last.
Did they?
But I got on great with them. They weren't being mean. I got on great with them. But inside I'm thinking, oh, they always put me last. And of course, everyone that had winning, because people had come in and they'd go, well, she's got 10 million followers, so, you know, she's going to win.
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of us may go. And then they'd go out the following week. And I'd still always be last. And then when I won, I came out and went, nasty that. Nasty, don't touch me. I won.
The underdog, what could we say? I don't know why, in my head, you haven't done I'm a Celeb, have you?
No.
In my head, you had, right? What's that theory where, like, you see, is that not the what? Yeah, the Mandela effect. I thought, in my head, I've seen you in the red tee and the hat. I've seen you in the jungle. And then I was doing the research, and I was like, Coleen has not done the jungle.
No, I've never done it.
Would you ever do it?
Do you know what? It's one of the shows. I love it. I'm such a fan of watching it. I'm obsessed with it. I've never wanted to do it. I've never sat there and thought, oh God, I hope they ask me next year. So when they don't ask, I'm not disappointed because I think I don't want to do it.
So fair.
However, my professional head, if they did ask, I'd go, I can't turn that down.
Yeah.
Because it's still one of the biggest shows. As a viewer, I love it. I just think I'd be terrible.
Do you think, have you got a lot of fears then?
All of it.
Yeah, same.
All of it.
Same. But I could see you maybe on the Traitors. Because that's obviously like the Celeb Traitors. No, not for you.
No.
I'd love to see you on there.
Do you know so many people go to me, oh, you should do Celebrity Traitors. I'm the worst. You would know. You would know from day one.
So you'd have to be a faithful, otherwise it's game over.
Even if I was a faithful, you don't. Like, if someone went, are you a traitor? I'd go, no. Always scratch my neck. You always go, I'm lying, scratch my neck. So I always go, no. My kids always go, you're scratching my neck, Mum, that means you're lying. And I'm just terrible. I just give it away. Mind you, that's, I think, what helped Alan Carr win. Because you just didn't imagine him as a traitor.
Yeah. And I think he played a phenomenal game on there I think when someone is that like lovable character, there's no way that you feel like you can question them. It's really good gameplay.
And also when he laughed, you remember that bit near the end when they said, so Alan, are you a faithful? And he went, I'm a faithful. And then he laughed. So that would make me go, oh, he's trying to put us off the scent.
Yeah.
He is actually a faithful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was brilliant. I thought he was brilliant. I loved them all.
We teared up at the end because seeing him get upset, like it must really take it out of you.
It must be hard. Well, some people do it very easily, don't they? Lie.
Some people do.
People, that's their whole life. And they sleep well at night. But I think that would be, again, another mentally hard game.
Yeah, whereas I guess I'm a Celeb does get physically hard as well. I don't know for me whether...
Although everyone that's done I'm a Celeb said the hardest part is the boredom when you're not doing a trial.
Is it?
Because if you don't do a trial, those trials take hours to film. And the only bit you see is that campfire. That's it. And so a lot of them have said they literally you sit there all day, you're starving.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting for them to come back. That's why, you know, when they can decide themselves who does the trials near the end, you see a lot of them go, I haven't done one, I'll do one. But in the beginning, they've gone, oh, I'm so grateful I haven't been picked.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends that have done it said, you're literally like, just let me do a trial.
Yeah.
I don't want to
just get me out.
Fire anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, the boredom, I think.
Boredom and real lack of food.
And then everyone gets quite emotional as well, don't they? Because I guess you're kind of sat there in your own thoughts and there's always quite deep conversations in there.
But people said this about Celeb Big Brother. How can you cry when someone leaves? You've only known them a week. It's so intense in that environment and I'm a Celeb. It's 24/7 without any other distractions. So no telly, no music, nothing to read, nothing to write. So all you've got is to learn about each other.
Yeah.
You know more about someone when you're in those shows in 24 hours than you probably know more about your friends that you've known years.
Yeah, it's so true.
Because that's all you've got. And it does become a family. I know it sounds, but it actually does.
Yeah, they cry after 24 hours and I think, what on earth? You know what is the craziest one? I've done it where I thought,
oh, that's why you cry.
Yeah, Love is Blind. Watch that. I don't know. When I know they snip it down and obviously it's edited in the first one, but it's like, 5 days in the pods. And I'm watching these shows thinking, these people are crazy. They're like, you're the love of my life. Like, they're like crying against the glass. And I'm thinking, what?
Because we're watching an hour of it.
Yeah, I know, but still I'm like, and it's always so intense the first episode because you forget the format and then I'm like, no, these people are crazy. I've got to go and have a chamomile tea and switch off a little bit. Good show though.
It is a good show, but it doesn't prove that Love is Blind.
No, it doesn't.
The screen's going, you see them go, oh.
I know. You see the women go and look down and go, oh no.
No.
So I've got here that you're single.
All right.
Sorry, sorry, that was very that was very abrasive. How has your dating life been? Do you do the apps?
He's getting right on my tip.
I'm just going off mine.
You do the app.
Do you?
Yeah.
How'd you find it?
Oh, I've been on some lovely dates and I've met some really nice guys. Nothing that's become anything, but I've ended up. A couple of them have become like friends now.
Yeah.
But then I sit at home and think, I didn't go on there to. It's not find a friend.
It's not find my friend.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And though sometimes I think it's depressing. I just think, can't be asked.
My friend Anastasia, so she...
The singer.
I wish, because I think she's great.
You dropping a name there? My mate Anastasia.
No, Anastasia Kings North, great on YouTube. So we were on a trip and we were chatting to this girl who basically got a dating agency for her mum. And I think it was something crazy, like 15 grand for a year, right? But it was giving kind of celebs go dating vibe where you get an agency, matchmakers. And apparently it's like amazing. And her mum was going out and meeting
that
like...
would be better.
Yeah, meeting these like millionaire men who were taking them out. Obviously, it's not all about the money.
Millionaire man. Never. All I want is a man that can.
A man that can.
And I don't mean a man that can. I mean a man that can just fix things on a farm.
Okay.
You know, a man that's good at DIY.
We can treat this right now
Good
like
with his hands in every way.
we might be able to find the love of your life right now.
But do you know what I mean? It is. But I've never met. I went on one dating app. I won't. I'm probably not allowed to say, but I went on one that no, you need to be on this one.
Okay.
And it's like
I think I know the one.
And,
Yeah.
or people of a certain stature. I lasted 24 hours. I thought I can't date
I
someone.
heard
like
horror
that.
stories from that one.
Well, just because it's guys standing in front of like Ferraris or yachts or. And I think they're not looking for me. They're looking for a 22-year-old on their arm. And also I just thought, I that's not my life. That is kind of celebrity, really rich people life. And that's not me. I would feel so out of and that's not their fault. That's my own insecurities. But I would feel out of my comfort zone.
Right.
So I go on the normal ones of a guy just holding a big fish.
Yeah.
In a football top and think, oh, God, is that it?
Is that it?
But I have met some nice guys, and I did go out with someone, and it lasted a while, a couple of years ago. But yeah, I'm still open to it. I'm not dead yet.
Do you do DM slides on Instagram? Like, like sliding, replying to a story, being like, oh, I like this.
What do you mean?
Like like it's to say
I've
like
sent people DMs,
yeah,
but
yeah,
not on what you're doing later.
Well,
babe.
John's holding his big fish's football shirt, and you're like, oh, size of that whopper.
Yeah. Not on social media, no.
Okay, fine.
But I've had them slide into my DMs.
Ooh.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah.
In demand.
Yeah, and also don't slide into my DMs showing your appendage. It does nothing for me. I don't care how big it is. Firstly, you're 24, could have given birth to you. Secondly, I've seen bigger, and even then they're not attractive. So,
and we're not talking about the fish.
Just stop. No, they didn't slide in with a fish. But honestly, they do. It's the young ones. But you might like to see this. No, not really. I'd rather see a picture of a pygmy goat or something, or a kitten.
I know no one wants that.
No one wants that.
No one wants that.
Well, we do want that eventually, but
not unsolicited.
That's not going to make me go out with you.
Yeah.
Right now. Well, who knows?
We'll treat this as like Colleen's dating app profile.
Yeah, just do's and don'ts. I would like to start a dating app for men and teach them A, how to take a photograph.
Oh yeah.
And B, what to say and what not to say. Because if I see one more thing of, when it says, what are you looking for? And every guy that goes, no drama.
Oh.
And I read it and go, you're the fucking drama.
Straight male photography is an epidemic, right? That I don't understand all my friends show me these dating app profiles and they say they've sometimes gone, I'm going to give them a chance to meet them. And they're so gorgeous. They just don't know how to take photos. And I think that's you've really hit a niche there.
Yeah, no,
that needs
honestly,
to be looked into.
I think a woman should start a man's dating app to show him what women are probably looking for.
Yeah.
More than that. And
No
and what to
drama's
say.
so icky.
No drama. That's saying that all women are dramatic. I don't want a dramatic woman.
It is.
Like, if they're being dramatic, it's probably your fault.
No drama. What do you want? An inflatable sex doll?
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah.
and they probably do.
They probably do. And here I am.
And that's the name of her new album. Speaking of tour, you're going on tour this year.
Well, I say a tour. I did a tour a couple of years ago, which was a month-long, all singing, all dancing, live band tour.
Okay.
This one is actually just a week
Right.
of up and down the country, starting in Leeds in February. And it's more of this.
Oh,
It's
is
like
it?
a Q&A.
Love.
Where I will throw some songs and stuff in, but it'll be like this.
Right.
Just so, and lots of questions from the audience and audience participation. And just see how it goes, yeah.
So kind of like a night with energy
Yeah.
where it's a lot more conversational and
Yeah,
okay.
because when I did the last tour, which was great, and I loved it, it was a lot of hard work, and I loved it, and the band, and I did all the girl anthems and our songs and stuff like that, and that was lovely. And then there was a section of it called Cole's Corner, which I started on Instagram.
Okay.
I do a thing called Cole's Corner, and I did it on the tour, and we got some questions from the audience, and it went down really well.
Right.
And it was kind of like, why don't we now do a tour of basically that?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I still think people will go, yeah, but we still needed to sing that song at the end.
Yeah,
I
of
probably
course.
will. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. My son Shane is doing it. He did the other tour with me, and he's doing it. So he's kind of like hosting it because we do the YouTube channel together as well.
Right. Okay, great.
Me, Shane, and my daughter, and yeah, we've just got the same humour, and I'm comfortable with him. You know, when you're safe with someone.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, he'll make it all about him, but I don't care.
It's nice to have that energy to bounce off with
it is.
someone. Though.
Yeah, I think it's really important. And I don't want it to feel really like restrictive and, oh, this is just an interview. It's not, you know, life stories, which I've done.
Wait, Piers Morgan's one?
Oh, yeah. I did his last one.
remember those. Did you?
Yeah.
They were great, weren't they?
Which was great, and I loved it. But I don't want it to be like that live on stage. It's got to have a fun element and also questions that they want to ask.
Any special guest appearances or just
I
you
don't
and
know. If
Shane?
there's any guests out there that want to be a special guest, I'm not paying you, but feel free to pop up. If I'm in your town. You can have a laugh.
What's on Coleen Nolan's rider? Are you a diva in the dressing room? I'm gagging to know.
Rider. No, as long as they've got a tea bag.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
as long as-
Easy
As long
going.
as I can have a cup of tea. That's all I ask for in life.
Okay,
nice.
nice.
That's why I've got a teapot tattoo.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, easy going.
Yeah. That has been said. Yes, no. No, I've never really had a rider, to be honest. As long as there's tea.
Yeah. When I
Yorkshire tea.
I had Gemma Collins on the podcast like a year ago, and she turned up and she was like, I only drink Fiji water, and I was like, oh no, I thought you've already messed it up, Joe, and she's been here a minute. It was chaos. It was absolute chaos. And yeah, just like Mariah Carey, she needs a lemon in there as well. So we do this segment called Baggage Claim, where we go through headlines and we get you to basically put the headlines right. But there's nothing even crazy here. The one that I wanted to ask you about was Loose Women star Coleen Nolan owns 30 pets. I'm assuming this is The Farm. I think this is obviously a clickbait thing. So was The Farm a recent endeavour for you? You mentioned the YouTube
I bought it
channel.
like 18 months ago.
Oh, okay, fine.
So it's always, it's really weird. I come from such a big family and I'm the youngest, but I've always been obsessed with animals.
Okay.
Like my sisters always go, are you sure you're even one of us? Because they like dogs and stuff, but they've never been obsessed. I've always, I gave up meeting Frank Sinatra because they were going to fly me over to Paris, my sisters, because they supported him on his tour.
Right.
And I was too young to go. And they said, we're going to fly you over to Paris to meet Sinatra. And I said, no, I can't be at the stables that weekend.
No
Biggest regret of my life.
I was about to say, do you regret that?
Well, I do now that I'm older, obviously. But so I've always had this obsession with animals. My dad always said to me, why don't you need to meet a farmer. You need to work on, be on a farm. And anyway, I finally did it on my 60th. I've wanted it my whole life, and I finally did it on my own, obviously, because I had 2 marriages that went wrong. But I finally did it, and it was quite an emotional moment when I got there, and I kind of looked up and went, bloody did it, Dad.
Yeah.
And and now I've realised that it's really hard work, and I'm looking for maybe a little bungalow or 2 up, 2 down somewhere. No, I'm not. I'm I live for it. I love it, but it is hard work. And people say to me, yeah, but you must have staff running it all and doing it. And I'm like, no.
I know there is that assumption with the celebrity that you would, oh, she says she's got a farm, but it's people working there.
I mean, I can't really cook because of an actual farm is like cows and sheep, and working farm. It's not. It's a small holding, and it's like a pet animal.
What type of animals?
So I've got pygmy goats, I've got ducks, chickens, I've got 5 dogs, 6 cats, horses.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, feral cats.
Well, I know where to send our little Chihuahua Pepperoni when he needs.
But I'm not singing it to sleep, just so you know.
Kane's got a song. You'd have to sing Beyonce Halo.
It will be a Doberman by the time you get it back, or it thinks it will be a Doberman. Yeah.
Another headline is Loose Women's Coleen Nolan makes demand for Strictly Come Dancing after surprise appearance. Is Strictly a show that you would ever...
Strictly has been on my bucket list since the day it started.
And
I've never, ever been asked.
I'm surprised by that.
And there's loads of loose women that have done it. That actually was sitting there going, don't want to do Strictly, and then they were on it.
Really?
And I have begged. I have almost prostituted myself. And actually probably still would. And what's really annoying is, like 20 odd years ago, I think I'd have been really good.
Yeah.
Whereas now everything's aching a bit. Now I might be out with injury.
Because it's a lot of...
but I just love it. I don't know whether it's coming, our whole life was, I was in a group with my sisters and everything was choreographed. So I've always loved learning choreography. I mean, I know it's completely different. Never learned it to that level.
Yeah.
But I love dancing. I love the whole vibe of the show. Honestly, it was my bucket list. And then this year I thought, do you know what? They can sod off. I'm fed up of begging here.
Yeah.
I've literally gone, I'll do it for nothing. And they still don't phone.
It'll happen when you least expect it.
Yeah, probably. When I can't do it. Any of it.
When the farm's taking off and expanding.
When I can't do it, yeah. And then I'll just get a sympathy vote on the first week.
It's been an interesting year as well.
Yeah,
and
it has.
with these cast lists as well, I feel like everything is adapting like a lot at the minute with the types of people that they're getting on the shows.
Well, they're getting a lot of like influencers and people like that now. Even I don't know who that is, but then I get to know. It's like the jungle at the moment.
Yeah,
I didn't know Angry Jin.
Do you know what?
I didn't know him, but I bloody love him.
Yeah, so he's obviously doing
coming
amazing
across
on
great.
there. And 100%. But I do think with characters like Ginge, and then I was speaking to Lorraine was like, I never heard of him.
Yeah.
It's so surprising with how much of a pull he has with that younger audience. Yeah. And like, I didn't really know him. I think there's the two sides of the internet.
Well, he's just being on there being himself, and I think people like that. When people are just themselves. I think they can see through it.
Yeah.
When you're not.
They can. And I think people are so a younger point in their careers that like they don't have that ego or that kind of like, built up character. It's just like I'm just a, normal person who just got this opportunity, which we love. In the goodie bag at the end of the pod, we just say, is there anything you've got coming up? Do you like the light change?
No, you mentioned goodie bag. Have I got a goodie bag?
No, it's figurative because I used to...
Oh my God. I would not have come if I didn't. I was told I'd get a goodie bag.
Who told you that then? But aside the tour, any plans for this year? Any things coming up that you're looking forward to?
There's a few bits coming up. I can't. Well, yeah, they're not signed yet, so I can't.
It's hard, isn't it? No one can ever say when I.
But no, there are some good things. And also, I always get excited about not knowing. I've never been one that these people that's had a 5-year plan. When people go, "What's your 5-year plan?"
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing in the next 5 minutes. I genuinely don't. But I find that quite exciting. And I do think that things happen for a reason, and something always turns up.
Yeah,
that you never expected, and I'd rather be that.
It does, and it might be another pygmy goat. Who knows?
Hopefully, I got that. One of them for my 60th birthday. It was my neighbour. And I thought, you live in the countryside when your neighbour buys you a pygmy goat for your birthday. Everyone else bought me flowers and cards. She turned up with a baby pygmy goat.
See, I know I said I don't really like animals, but that is a dream to even meet one. So maybe if I'm up your neck of the woods.
Cute. Yeah, you'll have to come up.
I'll pop along and meet some pygmy goat.
Oh, you will. And bring you wellies because you've been mucking out and everything. I'll have you doing the lot. Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Mucking out?
No, you've got to come up and be on the farm. I want to see you go, oh.
How did you know I do that
I
already?
just know, and that's just at the dishwasher.
Yeah, please. That's more of
just,
a.
yeah, we'll
that's
get you
more-
over that fear and that trauma.
I'm ready to break the generational trauma. And on that note, Coleen Nolan, thank you so much for
had such
coming
a good
on. I'm so
time.
glad. It's been so wonderful.
I really loved it because I was dreading it, to be honest.
Everyone is, and they always say that.
You know what I mean? I just thought, I can't be arsed. It's far.
Well, I'm glad you've had a good
And I've
time.
had a good time. I don't want to go now.
Oh, you can stay as long as you like. We can have a brew.
Oh, I'll have a brew.
Everyone make sure to check out Colleen's tour and head along to it and see what she's got going on. Is surprise guests, maybe me with a shovel and
you can be a surprise guest.
I'll do it, 100%.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Everyone at home, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify and we'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.